Thank you, Sumit. Now I will discuss about the Landslide Forecast Bulletin. So during this landscape project, we developed a prototype experimental landslide forecast bulletin. This bulletin synthesizes the complex scientific information into easily digestible content for district level authorities. This bulletin were co-designed through iterative development between landscape partners and district authorities, and it was produced daily throughout the monsoon season for the two pilot locations since 2020. This two-page bulletin contains daily updated forecast information on the first page and longer term, or you can say static information to support the interpretation and the understanding on the second page. The content of the bulletin are compiled and issued daily by GSI by using a decision support dashboard. This dashboard brings together the model outputs and relevant information. Standard operating procedures have been developed by us to provide clear steps and a consistent approach to transforming the underpinning data and modeling into the two-page daily bulletin. Now I hand over to Mariana to talk more about the lesson we have learned.
Thank you, Gargi. The daily landslide forecast bulletins we found are an important tool for communicating the complex landslide forecasts to decision makers. We found the process of co-developing the bulletins in terms of the content, the layout and the presentation was really critical. The process brought together experts in different data streams alongside those with knowledge of risk communication and decision support. Co-producing the bulletin with those users who receive it helped to ensure a user-friendly and useful product. It's also important to clarify the roles and responsibilities of bulletin producers within a wider context of an early warning system, with one main custodian and producer of the daily landslide forecast bulletin for consistent and clear messaging. We found it's important to develop user understanding of forecast capabilities, uncertainties and limitations to ensure the bulletin was understood and used. We engaged in a lot of awareness raising activities, workshops and developed education materials that really help to manage expectations of what the bulletin can and cannot say, but also enabled conversations around future improvements. And lastly, the bulletin will continue to evolve. The prototype bulletin has been designed with space for future adaptation and innovation, for example, enabling greater integration of novel data sources such as social media generated data or information from future, more complex multi-hazard forecasting models. Next slide. There's further information if you want to know a little bit more around the landslide forecast bulletin in the knowledge product we've produced, and also sources of further information there if you're very interested in it. And with that, I'd like to hand over to my colleague Vish for some information around institutional roles and skills.